Listen to your preferred news feeds with Odiogo.com.
Labor are the real Nazis. It was quite an incredible scene. People dressed in black, with their faces masked by scarves, using car tires to barricade a road and then stoning the police as they tried to remove the obstruction. There was the sound of sirens as police reinforcements arrived. There were the scuffles as 33 arrests were made. There was the beat of the blades of the police helicopter as this eye in the sky tracked another breakaway group of troublemakers hellbent on causing disruption. And all the while, a queue of law-abiding British men and women, many with their children, waited patiently in their cars for the road to be cleared so that they could attend the annual gathering of the political party they support. Labour Party thugs, goaded on by Labour MP Judy Malabar and trade union boss Bob Crow, and transported from all corners of the country thanks to trade union and Labour Party funding, were trying to deny the right of assembly to members and supporters of an opposition political party by violence and intimidation. Thankfully our television news bulletins and newspapers captured the scenes and, with just a couple of exceptions, reported accurately what had taken place. It will be a wake-up call for many, to see the sort of violent confrontation our government not only sanctions but actively encourages. For over 5 years the British National Party has had to bear the brunt of a series of attacks from this Labour government. There have been the blatant frontal assaults such as the scenes just described and the campaign of intimidation and hate, including death threats, directed against our elected councillors. There has been the attempt to imprison our party's leadership as seen by the trumped-up race hate charges filed against Nick Griffin and Mark Collett, which were thrown out by the jury at Leeds Crown Court. There has been the more subtle persecution of individual members who have lost their jobs as teachers, in the health service and working for local councils. There has been the targeting of those seeking employment within the police and prison service, who have been blacklisted, even if they have outstanding credentials for the job, solely because of their membership of the BNP. At election time, our candidates have their campaigns interfered with by thousands of illegal leaflets, full of lies about the BNP, that are openly delivered by members of the Labour Party. And even when the time comes for the votes to be counted, ballot boxes have been broken into by Labour Party officials and BNP votes have been defaced to make them invalid, as was seen at the London Assembly elections in June 2004. When the history of these times comes to be written, many of those people with influence within our society today will have to hang their heads in shame. That is because they have stood by and allowed, without one word of criticism, a government party to act like a third-world dictatorship in its persecution of an opposition party and its members. And the greatest irony of it all is that Gordon Brown and his bully boys have the cheek to call us Nazis and fascists, when all the while it is they that are denying freedom of speech, freedom of assembly and freedom of political choice by implementing the methods of the stormtroopers Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini. This comes from Martin Wingfield's blog today, which can be found here.